Welcome back, everybody, to Let's Spy on Cecil. Oh yeah, we're finally gonna get to the meat and potatoes of this place. Excuse me. Yeah, you tell those jerk-offs. See? See, Theodore? Totally not Kane? This is what you were supposed to do in the first place. Okay? Say, God damn it, I'm the prince, let me through. And if they don't, that's when you get out your big fancy swords and just say, fuck it. See? And we didn't even have to kill anybody. See? See, Edward knows how to get shit done here, people. What's going on? Hi. 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 They're all just like brain dead. I want to raid your treasure! Yeah, okay, it's clearly I'll say nothing. Can I like hump the tapestries for stuff? I want some treasure, goddammit. I can't go anywhere else in the castle. I can't like sneak off anywhere, can I? No, I can't. Okay. Balls. Alright, I was hoping I could, like, sneak around, but... Maybe like Simon? Can I whip the candles and get something? Yeah, that was really, really stupid of me. Oh, great. Now we have to deal with the formality crap before we get to what's really gonna go on here. Alright. Let's go. Well, we're here because we think something's wrong. Because you want to take care of something that's on my territory, and you do not ask my permission first. Yeah, and I think your answer is crap. Yeah! No, it's because you want to dick me over. Come on, Edward. Screw the politeness. We know why you're here. I'm sorry I'm not saying much. I'm just kind of anticipating what is going to happen here, so... I asked you first, good sir. Yeah, my spoony sense is tingling, and it does not make me feel good. Well, we all know the events of the past are going to come back and bite us in the ass, and they probably have for a lot of other people, but... Well, we know it has, because... Young didn't start to come over here until after his crystal got jacked. So, their crystal's already been jacked. So, we already know this crap is happening. Everyone doesn't know this yet, but... We already know this, that, you know, that Baron is already dicking people over left and right here. No, unless you're gonna get your ass over there yourself, then shut up. Yeah, you have a mandate to govern your land, not mine. Have you forgotten I'm a king too, Cecil? Yeah, don't send your crappy people over here to disrespect me. And I just knocked my headset over again because I'm fixing my hair because it is hot as balls in here. Edward, plant the bug! Plant the bug! Plant the bug! That's why we came all the way over here! Well, we all know that's a lot of crap, so... Yeah, I'm sure it's fine. We already had someone else with a life-threatening illness in this episode. Well, this chapter anyway. So... Yeah, and we all know how well that ended up. Yeah, if you mean good to hear as, his ship, crashed into a lovely burning pyre and everyone but him died. But yeah. hmm What, no, feel free to look around, visit here. I came all this way to talk to you, and now you're kicking me out. Well, that doesn't bode well, because how did he know we were coming? Oh, a small box. Hmm. Finally, god damn it. Well, if that wasn't a thinly veiled insult. Yeah, my thoughts exactly, Edward. I love how they actually make the sound of the door opening. Dude, there's a Baron soldier right behind us. This is not the place to have a conversation. Considering, we are kind of spying on them and whatnot. Yeah, they kind of did kick us out too, which is kind of rude. Oh, he's actually being smart and not telling them what's going on in front of the soldier who was standing right there. Thank you for being intelligent, Edward. And no, I'm not being sarcastic there. They say anything different, or are they just... Alright, now where is that silver tail somebody mentioned there wasn't Baron? Because I want it! But, I will save the game right here. Just in case somebody tells me where it is, because I don't know if we can backtrack to Baron at any point, so... Because it's clear we're going back home, and that's where we're going to end up for the challenge dungeon, so I can do crap over there on that side, but I have no idea if I can do it on this side, so... We'll keep a backup save, just in case I have to backtrack and do crap later. Actually, how far can I travel around? Actually, probably not very far, because, well... Yeah, okay. Alright, yeah, I'm just being an idiot. Nothing about the Baron geography has changed, so... I'm just being stupid here. Give me my hovercraft, damn it! Why don't they ever explain what happened to that? I mean, like I said, I can understand because it's been such a long time, it may not be working, something may have happened to it, maybe he doesn't just feel it's necessary anymore, but I wish there was some line of throwaway dialogue that explained what happened to it. Running! Hi, sir. We're going back home. How are you doing? Yes, we will shove off. Now get out of my way before I shove you. And that was really lame. Yeah, now that we're all alone on a ship full of people that's, not going to screw us over. Dun, dun, dun! Well, I'm pretty sure that's Cecil. He's just kind of brainwashed at the moment. Or is it some kind of... actually, that is a good question. Is that really Cecil? I assume it's him and just brainwashed and not just, some... I suppose it could be a fake. I mean, they did that in the first game, so... I don't know. That's got me thinking now. That really has me curious now. I don't think it just blew my own mind with that revelation. Yeah. Why don't they call it what it is? Dude, shut up! Well, considering that, well, I think it's fairly odd, well, given the music here, that the female voice is Mary Sue, but since they don't specify that that's Cecil talking, again, that has me curious, is that really Cecil? I don't know, because honestly, it could be either. I mean, it could be that the game is trying to confuse me into thinking that's not really Cecil, and it turns out it could be him really brainwashed, or it could be just they're expositing on the fact that, no, it's a fake they have in his place again. Honestly, I have no idea. Honestly, I think it can go either way. Wow, somebody else who actually has a brain! Yeah. But apparently you knew where I was coming because you left me a present. Giant middle finger to Mary Sue right now. Yeah, of course they're gonna take out Crystal. We all know this. Or they're gonna attempt to dig us over. Oh, so you don't think that we're a threat here, huh? Huh? I totally just planted a bug, and you didn't catch me. I have one-upped you, sir. Yeah, we don't really talk about it, this place that much, probably because, you know, Edward likes to be the, you know, the expert on spying here and whatnot. Yeah, but someone in Troy in the first game knew what it was and what it did, unless she was just talking about it, you know, one of those, hey, it's been said that, you know, as if, you know, it's a rumor and not necessarily the truth. Honestly, I don't remember the dialogue that well enough to remember that. Oh, so it was just a bunch of other flowers, too. Okay. Alright, that makes a little bit more sense now. But I still don't quite understand, like, how this works. Like, can you shut it off or something like that? You know, like, how does it actually, like, how do you know which set of flowers it goes back and forth between? I'm totally not going to make a Star Wars quote here. Yeah. What's in the box? And we know it is going to be because Edward is one of the few people in this game with a brain. Oh, snap. Well, to be fair, Cecil was also being stupid to go on a mission after he was accused of treason and then fired. But we all know Cecil does feel guilty enough about that, so we'll cut him a little bit of slack here. But I just think it was stupid for him to be so blind to just, you know, trust everything Mr. Fake King said. It's like, all he did was like, hey, I'm not sure what's going on here, and then he gets accused of treason and fired. Like, so abruptly. And then he just keeps following it. Like, what? Oh my. But that's neither here nor there, so. Oh no! Yeah, thank you for traumatizing Yang, probably for life here, because it's now the second time a ship of his nation has been attacked by Leviathan. Now, in this case, you know, I can probably say, you know, this could very well be Mary Sue's doing, but still, if this happened, like, to me twice, like, I would, like, seriously, like, never, ever, ever go anywhere near a body of water ever again. Alright, so that was kind of a weird chapter. I mean, I understand why they can't have so much gameplay-wise. I mean, it kind of sucked that they reused the same dungeon 2 and a partial time. That kind of sucked, but considering we're focused on... I'm just going to look at the bestiary thing, just so that stupid intro doesn't interrupt me while I'm going through the whole chapter analysis crap like I've been doing every chapter. But anyway, you know, the two people we're focusing on aren't people who are versed in combat here. So we can understand, you know, they have to tone it down gameplay-wise because, well, otherwise it would be just kind of stupid and detrimental to their characters, which is fine. But I just wish there was more to do. I do like how, obviously, he's the one he's actually thinking things through here. He doesn't want to believe the truth, but is very well aware that, yes, it still could be what I don't want it to be, and it's still worth checking out. And I like how, you know, he does, you know, totally get away with planning, you know, totally gets away with planning a bug, and it turns out, you know, the hunch he has is right the whole time. And I'm really glad, you know, that happens. I mean, I'm sure he didn't want it to be the truth, but knowing that it very well could be, it's still worth checking out. He is an obligation to do that, you know. He's gonna protect his nation, he's gonna protect his crystal, and he doesn't want to be dicked over again, you know. And, you know, when I went through the character analysis for the first game, this is one thing I mentioned, that if you think about it, Edward is a smart guy. He doesn't have to be told something twice. You know, and that's totally awesome, because he's very well perceptive of what's going on around him, and, you know, actually thinks things through instead of just making, you know, assumptions and assuming you're right and whatnot. So, that's kind of awesome. That's really kind of cool, and that's one reason I really like him, because he's not just, you know, all about kick ass and take some names. He works, you know, steps back and, you know, works from the sidelines and, you know, does things in his own way, which I don't want to say makes him unique, but it makes him different from the other characters, and that's one thing I kind of really like about him. Like, I also kind of like the dynamic he and Harley have going on here, because, like, think about the other relationships that some of the male and female characters in this game have. Like, obviously, well, the sequel here and in the original game. Like, with her, there is no get back in the kitchen mentality here. And I really like that about Edward, because he's not assuming she's any less valuable or any less important or any less skilled than he or the rest of them is. Like... And, of course, I like her because she doesn't, you know, she's strong enough to not, you know, want to stay on the sidelines here, but she's not stupid enough to put herself in danger to do that. Like, you know, like, say, you know, with Rose in the original game, yeah, she had potential as a good character because, you know, she did want to do the right thing and, you know, was strong enough to do that, but every other word out of her mouth is Cecil, and that's her primary motivation for everything, and that dumbs her down as a character, which sucked. Now, like, Harley, on the other hand, she's not so stupid, alright? She's like, hey, let's go check out this meteor, because it is worth checking out. So Edward goes, hey, it's dangerous to go alone. And she says, alright, let me take some people with me. There's no fighting, there's no arguing, there's no dumbing down on, you know, I don't think you can do this, or whatnot. I mean, actually, he's praising her most of the time, like, especially in the beginning, where, you know, we see how she shuts him up by insulting him, you know, telling him to snap out of his bout of pity there without insulting his intelligence. Like, they have a very interesting dynamic that's different from everybody. It's like, you can tell there's mutual respect back and forth between the two. And I lost my train of thought, which sucks. And I like how there's, you know, what the game is trying to go for here with trying to... I can't tell if the game is necessarily trying to hook him up. I mean, obviously, it's pretty obvious that, yeah, I think that little incident last episode pretty much implied that, yeah, she's into him, but she's not saying anything about it. And I think the game is trying to nudge the two, but I do like how they're being obvious enough that you can kind of see where this is going, but they're not shoving it in your face either. I like that, because it shouldn't be, oh my god, big revelation, you know, sunshine and rainbows, you know, babies ever after kind of thing. I mean, don't get me wrong, when done right, that's adorable, but it does get kind of old, so... You know what, I really like these two, you know, like I said, for a lot of reasons, and, you know, they're smart people, and it's good to see something different for once, but not so different that it is a distraction from everything else. So while this chapter, gameplay-wise, kind of sucked, and story-wise, there wasn't really that much to do. I mean, we spent, like, the whole chapter, like, backtracking back and forth for, like, side quest stuff, but it was good character development at the same time, and given that these two people, you know, are not combat specialists, you had to supplement the chapter in some other way that didn't involve, you know, too much actual, you know, gameplay and stuff-wise. I mean, this chapter didn't even have a boss, for crying out loud, and this is the only chapter that didn't have that. But given the circumstances, I can kind of understand it. But at the same time, I kind of wish, you know, they had, like, some kind of, like, puzzle-related boss. But then again, you know, they might have a tough time integrating it, and it might be too much of a deviation from the rest of the game. So I can kind of see it either way. It would have been nice if they tried it, though. But I guess, considering how many things they have utterly failed at in this game, although, admittedly, I have said this before, I know they did try. I'm actually kind of glad they didn't, because I would rather them not do it than try to do it, and just screw it up horribly. And I have a feeling they might have accidentally screwed it up horribly without intending to do that, so. Oh no, not a bad chapter overall. Could have been a little better, but could have been a lot worse, so. I just wished there was more story, plot elemental-wise, because, like, nothing really has happened yet. It's like, we know that, you know, Cecil is kind of trying to dick him over, because he's done that to everybody else, and I know I've said that a bunch of times, but, you know, Edward is actually onto him, but I'd like to see what actually comes of this. Like, he knows what's in the box. Is he gonna put that to use? That's what I'm not gonna shut up yet, so I'm gonna go back into that. Oh, of course, and as soon as I hit the button, it goes in the stupid cutscene anyway, but we'll skip that. There we go. Alright, we'll keep it on the screen so you can start something else instead. It does have me curious. Is he going to use this against him? Because he knows that they're going to come after his crystal. So, I got a funny feeling, and I think Edward is smart enough to do this. He knows what's in the box. He knows it's going to happen if you open the box. And he also knows they're coming after his crystal. Is he going to use their own weapon against him? I think he will. But the question is, are we going to see that? And I really hope we do, because that would be just really, really, really awesome. And finally a sign that, hey, you know, the good guys, because in the original game, when you think about this, for the most of the part of the game, they weren't really going after the big head honcho here. Like think of immediately after the battle with Rubicante here, Ed just, like, after he finds out, yeah, Golbez is a baddie, he's like, let's go after him, which is a good idea. And everyone else is like, dude, we're just after the crystals. What, so we can take him again? You need to be proactive here. It's like, I understand that you do have to tread carefully, and yes, you do want the crystals back, but you have to go after the person who stole the crystals to prevent it from happening again. You have to be proactive and step this up. And if Edward does that, that's a sign that, hey, you know, we're not going to let this happen again. We're not going to sit this around and let this crap just happen. We're going to stop it from happening in the first place instead of just chasing it around and cleaning up the mess afterwards. Now, granted, the first game, you know, we were a small ragtag group team, you know, against something, you know, that ended up a lot bigger than anybody thought it was going to be, both story-wise and gameplay-wise, to begin with. But still, they were just, I mean, yes, we had some successes along the way, don't get me wrong, but it was just constantly just trying to clean up everyone's mess and not being proactive about it. I would want to see somebody being proactive about some stuff in this game, and to some extent, Palom did that because he did run off the crystal and did try to protect it, only got screwed over by Fluttershy, although I really can't blame her for that one way at all, or anything like that, so don't get me wrong, I'm not whining about that. But, like everyone else, so yeah, Edward and Palom, they're done pretty cool, so. But I need to shut up, because if I don't, I'm going to go on in the next 20 minutes, and I'm sure a lot of the stuff is going to come up again, and we'll have plenty of time to discuss that later and whatnot. So, yeah, end of this chapter. Screw you guys. Thanks for watching. See you later.